From KETK, you're watching East Texas Live.
Welcome back to East Texas Live. Joining me now is author Stephanie, and she's here with LaRonda. Today, we're talking about Stephanie's new book. How are y'all doing today?
Doing good, doing good.
How are you?
I'm doing awesome. So first, Stephanie, can you just tell us about Innocence Taken?
Yes, so Innocence Taken is a book that talks from first person about my journey through childhood abuse, multiple forms, as well as my co-author, Rodriguez Underwood, his first person experience in growing up in an abusive family, as well as in foster care system. And so we both went through some very traumatic situations and just wanted to be able to reach out to people who haven't had a voice yet, and then expose just the whole concept of child abuse in all forms and how important it is to talk about it and heal from those traumas.
Yes, ma'am. And how did you kind of come up with this title?
Coming up with it was really about the fact that it wasn't a choice. It really was taken. The way you look at life, the way you look at people, the way you look at things really change your perspective of life when something like your childhood is taken away from you. The things that you would have normally found out about later in life, you're forced to find out about them as a child when you can't handle the experience. And so when the Lord gave me the topic, Innocence Taken, I was just like, wow. That's deep, because children don't voluntarily give up the parts of themselves that they don't even know exist yet.
Yes,
so it's definitely taken, maybe even ripped away. But yeah, Innocence Taken, non-voluntary.
Yes, ma'am. So why did you kind of choose to work on this project?
I am going to let Miss LaRonda tell you the importance of why this project needed to happen. She is actually a criminal justice professor, and she had the experience of being able to work firsthand as a CPS investigator. So if you'll answer that question on why the importance of this project, I think she would be able to tell you more about that.
Okay. As she stated, I did work as a child maltreatment investigator for the state of Arkansas. With that job, I did see a lot of abuse. With the importance of this book, first of all, it's the beginning of the healing process. It validates her voice. It gives her the opportunity to tell her story. And for those who may see signs with this book, it shows the signs, it shows the behaviors of children that may have been going through abuse. So this book is very important, and I'm proud of her for getting her voice out there.
Yes, ma'am. And you're a guest speaker at the book launch. Just why did you want to kind of get involved with this project?
Well, again, working as a child maltreatment investigator is a very rewarding career. Getting children out of abuse situations and being a part of her panel on August the 3rd, it gives me the opportunity to share my experiences and the way that I help children get out of those bad situations.
Yes, ma'am. And you think child abuse is a trauma that's kind of left unhealed in many adults?
It absolutely is. Again, with her writing this book, it's part of her healing process and able to put her voice out and validate her feelings on paper.
Yes, ma'am. And Stephanie, is there any organization that you've kind of worked with to kind of get your story out there?
Yes, so I've been talking to people from CASA here in Tyler, as well as in Longview, and also in the Fort Worth chapter. They may be coming out to the Doc Bookshop on August the 3rd for the book launch. And then also partnering with people in CPS just to find out more behind the scenes on different resources that are available. So, I mean, this is something that we need to talk about. It's relevant, it's not going anywhere, and I just felt very led by the Lord to not only finally tell my story at 48 years old, but to hopefully inspire people that have been there that it's time to heal from it.
Yes,
so I'm just on a journey of healing, empowerment, and transformation, and I just pray that for everybody.
Yes, so can you give us the details on your book launch?
So the book launch is going to be Saturday, August the 3rd, Fort Worth, Texas, the Doc Bookshop, which is a major bookshop in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's going to be that Saturday night, free to the public. Come out and support. Starts at 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. As you stated before, Ms. LaRonda will be the guest speaker for the event. We will have an MC, several other vendors there in the building, but all of it will be around the book, Innocence Taken. Shedding light on child abuse in all forms, and one of the chapters in the book is called Voiceless Children. And so we want this night August the 3rd, to shine bright and to show that, you know what, those children within us can finally say, you know what, our voices were heard. We're not voiceless anymore.
Well, thank y'all so much for coming in. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. For more information, you can go to the website right here on your screen.